Hello, Magic Muse, witches, heathens. Welcome back to As Above, So Below. Today we're going to be chatting about cord cutting in our witchcraft series. So, cord cutting, a lot of people already know this or know kind of the ins and outs of what it is, but I wanted to kind of go a bit deeper on what it is. A lot of people associate cord cutting with cutting your energy from a specific person or a dynamic, which that's exactly what it can do, but there's also other layers that you can use this for. So essentially a cord cutting is using your intention, your spell work, your energy to remove your energy from a person, place, or thing that is causing you harm, or you just know that you need to cut and go. And typically this is done with 2 black candles, one representing you and one representing the other person, party, or situation. And you can use a red cord or a red piece of string or yarn to tie it from one candle to another. And when you light them both at the same time. And I like to watch the candle all the way through. Like, you want to get like a little chime candle. It doesn't have to be this huge thing, but I like to watch how the candles play out and how they interact, especially towards the end of it. So, you can actually read into the story of how it has played out. So you can dress your candle. I like to use anointing oil. I also like to make sure that the spell that I'm doing is associated with the phase of the moon. So if it is a full moon, like a full moon in Libra, and you're dealing with a specific relationship, that would be a perfect time to do a cord cutting spell. And so really aligning it with the astrological signs that are going on is very helpful, and it will bring more success to your spell. So dressing it, I like to use my anointing oil, and I like to start at the base of the candle and work this way. So if you are moving this way, you are removing something from you. If you are starting at the top of the candle, like where the wick is, and you are pulling it this way, you are pulling something to you. So if I want to cut my energy from a person, place, or thing, I will start at the base and move away because I want to rid my energy from this thing. So I will do that, and I will also etch my name and the other party's name into the candle. And I will use a lot of like black salt for protection. I will also use roses for love, releasing the situation with love and compassion. You don't have to do that if it doesn't feel right. But I always like to, I see situations as, even if it was a painful ending or situation, I still gleaned lessons from it, and I have learned from it. And I don't ever want to release something out of pain or hatred or anything, because that will kind of taint the spell, I feel. Personally, that's just my magic and how I use it. So I will put roses to symbolize the connection and, the love that I had for this person or this situation, whatever. And I have like a little tray that I do a lot of my spells on, and I'll put the candles in a little holder, and I will kind of go around with the salt and with the roses in a counterclockwise direction, because it is banishing. You are banishing the energies. And so when you light the candles, you also want to say your intention. I am releasing my energy from X, Y, and Z, this person, this place. I release you with love, and or whatever you want to say, with harm to none, so mote it be. That's just how I operate, because I don't want to hurt anybody, but sometimes that's just sometimes impossible. So, but I'm just putting my intention that it is not to hurt anybody. So, and oftentimes, like I said, I will sit and I will watch the candle go down. And if you see little drippings come off of any particular one, you know, you can see where this person or this energy has shed a lot of emotion, or if the cord doesn't cut cleanly, you can see how that may have played into the situation, into the dynamic where, you know, somebody didn't want to let somebody go, or, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And oftentimes the one that burns down the fastest is the one that is initiating the letting go, or has done the work faster to let go of the situation or the person or whatever. I've done some cord cuttings where the flame actually like merged back together, and it indicated like a reconciliation. But a lot of the ones that I have done have just been clean, and your energy, you just feel lighter, you feel better, you feel like your energy is not being siphoned. And I've noticed that I don't think about the situation or the person as much as I was before I did the spell. You know, like, it really does help to rid the lingering effects, especially with limerence. Like, it just helps it to get out of your field and to move on with your life. So, but you can also do this with, you know, energies with a job, whatever. You really can use this for a lot of things where you don't want your energy to be associated with anything anymore. And a lot of people associate it with people, and I have done a few cord cuttings, and they just really help to have like a clean severance if your intention is pure and clear, and if you don't want any other, you know, ill, negative thoughts to keep occurring. Like, it's also a good way to rid yourself of any sort of energies that you don't want to continue. Like, you can actually do a cord cutting to release childhood trauma. You can do a cord cutting to release any sort of emotional baggage from a situation that you had, you know, just 2 candles representing you in a specific time. That can do wonders as well. So, but that's what I got, guys. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments below. And remember, you are the magic. Blessed be. Bye.